Good morning and welcome to John Lennon Airport in Liverpool. I'm flying to Poland just for 2 nights. It's a very short visit to see family, but I thought I'd take the camera and record the journey. I've not been to John Lennon Airport for quite a number of years. I've flown a few times from here in the past, but I must admit this time round impressions are not great. Airport feels dated. Took a while to get through security. A lot of bags have been put to one side to be searched. That was taking a lot of delays. My bag was put to one side, but when I waited after about 15 minutes, they said, oh, it hasn't been scanned properly, so I had to go through the scanner again. And now that I'm into the terminal, I've been looking for somewhere to get gluten-free food, and there's very little choices available in the airport, so not the best impression of this airport. But anyway, join me as I travel to Poland. So today I'm flying to Gdansk with Wizz Air. Haven't used Wizz Air for many years, so it'll be interesting to see how it compares to Ryanair.
In your future, will share a pleasant stay in Poland and photos of you on your return journey. Would like to welcome you. Thank you and have a nice day. Szanowni Państwo, witamy na lotnisku.
So welcome to Gdansk. Flight was good, no complaints. Got here on time. Now I could actually get a slightly earlier train. I'm actually booked on a train at 12:45. It's about an hour's time. But there is actually a train leaving at 11:50. Now I can't go all the way through, but I just wonder if I could get on that train, go to the next station, because there's at least a bit more to do in that next station. So I've got to make a decision. I don't know if I'm allowed to travel. It's not a long distance, so I have to take 3 trains to get to Toruń, which is my destination. But the first train is from the airport to one of the stations in Gdansk, not the main station, another station, and from there I get a train to Bydgoszcz, and from Bydgoszcz to Toruń. So I'm just wondering if I can travel from the airport to Gdansk on my ticket, even though it does say 12:45. So I'll have to see if that's allowed or not. At least I know the area around there a little bit. There's a few things just to do, kill some time before the next train. I should say that Gdańsk Airport is a really nice airport, much nicer than Liverpool, and it's also very well connected. You literally walk out of the terminal and you're right next to the train station for trains into Gdansk or Gdynia if you're going the other way, buses and taxis and so forth, so it's just really well connected. So it's a nice airport to use, modern, clean, and actually the toilets in Gdańsk Airport are fantastic. I almost filmed them. I didn't, but I almost went in to film them because they're, I think, some of the best airport toilets I've ever been to. Really clean, but they're playing this really relaxing, soothing music, the sort of sound of seagulls and the waves flowing onto the beach. It's just really lovely, really relaxing toilet. So I've decided to get onto the first train to my next stop. I checked on the ticket machine, and the price that I have on my ticket is the same price I pay at the station, so I'm sure it's absolutely fine to travel on this train into Gdańsk Wrzeszcz, I think it's called. The trains here in Poland are just so clean, modern, really impressive. I'm afraid it puts British trains to shame, really. But anyway, yeah, smooth journey so far. So I've got just 1 hour to kill before my next train. I did discover that the next train is actually going to Gdańsk Główny, which is right in the centre of the city. And had I realised that, I would have got off there. I would have gone into the centre of Gdansk and at least had half an hour or so just to look around there. But anyway, it's too late now. Might see if this church is open, as it's, I think, the only thing really to see around here. So I've been coming to Poland now for 24 years. I think my first time here was in 2001. And one thing I've really noticed about Poland is how much it's developed during that time. It's become a very modern country, very clean country, very good infrastructure. And Poland has become a very, very desirable place to live. I do see online lots of people saying that Poland is the best country in Europe now. It certainly is a good country, but it's incredible just how much it's developed over these last 24 years. When I first came, it was quite a run-down country, really. It wasn't, I suppose, that long out of communism. But there's been huge investment here. The economy is flourishing. In fact, whilst other parts of Europe really have struggled, Poland has done really well. It's just consistently been growing its economy. So it's it's a good place. I could imagine living here, although I don't speak the language. That's the only problem. Not sure what I do here. Because we're out of the centre of Gdansk, it's not the most interesting area around here, but they do have a couple of large shopping centres, shopping malls. Gallery Baltica, if that's how you pronounce it. And then on the other side you have this Metropolia, which again has lots of shops and restaurants and things. So I suspect a lot of people come here for those shopping centres, shopping malls, as they would say in America. One of the really good things about Poland is the price of the trains. So the decision to come to Poland was made very last minute, and I did buy my ticket for this train a couple of days ago. But the price I paid a couple of days ago is still the price I would have paid now if I just turned up at this station without pre-booking. And that's the great thing about Poland, because in Britain, if you don't pre-book your ticket well in advance, the price just goes up and up and up. Whereas in Poland, you can check the prices weeks ago, and the prices you would have seen weeks ago will be the prices you would pay today without pre-booking, and I really like that. And the trains in Poland are really affordable, as well as being clean and punctual. Yeah, really commendable. I just wish Britain could do something similar. So I left my parents' house where I spent the night at 3:15 in the morning, and it's now 3:45 p.m. in Poland. I've just arrived in Toruń, so had to drive to Liverpool, plane from Liverpool to Gdansk, and then 3 trains to get here. All I need to do now is get the bus to my in-laws' flat. Flower dispenser. It's been raining here. I haven't seen rain for a good couple of months. So welcome back to Toruń Główny, the main station here in Toruń. Today I'm heading back to the UK, this time taking a train to Poznan and flying from Poznan back to Liverpool. So just had to pay 4.50 Polish zloty to use the facilities here at the station, which is 89 pence in English currency, which seems to me rather steep in order to use the facilities. I don't even think they charge that much in Britain. In fact, a lot of stations in Britain, the toilets are free to use. Certainly they are in Carlisle. They've got a rather lovely old Polish steam locomotive parked in the sidings here. Unfortunately, I don't think you can walk right up to it to get a better view. I have no idea what that man is doing walking along the train tracks. He doesn't look official. And this is a busy station, lots of trains coming in and out all the time. just realised that if you walk to the end of platform 4, you can actually get a very good view of the steam locomotive. In a sense, it's slightly sad just to see it sat there slowly rotting away. Shame it can't be put back into use. Here's my train, dead on time. In fact, early. Welcome to Poznan. Unfortunately, I don't have much time here in Poznan. I have been here before, well worth visiting, beautiful city centre, but I've only got half an hour maximum really, so if I was to walk to the city centre I'd have to turn around and head straight back because I need to get to the airport for my flight. So just killing a few minutes here in this park which is just across the road from the train station. According to Google, it's about 1 hour 40 minutes walk to the airport, and as I have time I'm wondering actually if I might just walk to the airport rather than using public transport. I can always start and see how I get on. So I've got a very handy app for public transport here in Poland. It's called Mobilet, and you can use it to pay for car parking, buses, trams and long distance train journeys, so it's well worth having. Makes using public transport a real doddle. Monument here in the park. Not entirely sure what that's for. Having said that, just come around the back of the monument and it says to the people of Greater Poland who were exiled, robbed, imprisoned and tortured by the Germans during the occupation of Poland between 1939 and 1945. So making my way to the airport. That's the train I arrived on to Poznan. I know I'm on the right path because I've seen a bus to the airport go past me a few minutes ago, and every now and then you get aeroplanes flying overhead quite low as they come in to land at the airport, so definitely heading the right way. So I'm walking right next to the medical school here in Poznan. I actually know someone who's studying to be a doctor here at this school. It's interesting to see where it is. So not far now, signs to the airport. There's a parking place there, Strefa Kiss and Fly. That sounds interesting. So welcome to Poznan Airport. Looks a little bit smaller than Gdansk. Anyway, let's go and get through security. It only took me 5 minutes to get through security here at Poznan Airport. I think that's probably a record in any of the years I've been flying. Really quick. It's quite a small airport, not much to see or do here, a couple of places to eat, but just show you what I've ordered. It's potato pancakes and goulash, which was 45 zloty, which I think's around £9, so not bad value.